Hi folks, my name is Paul Clarke of Clarke's Estate Agents. I would like to welcome you to this video viewing of a one-bed studio apartment in Bognor Regis town centre. Okay, starting from the outside and our street scene. This is Bognor Regis town centre, the pedestrianised area of the main high street. Coming around opposite the property is the William Hardwick. There's a collection of convenience stores over in this area. Over there to the Royal Mail sorting office and back to the property itself. And to get in, we go down the side towards the seafront, you can see in the distance, and turning into the building with this door just here. Onwards we go up the stairs. This was a first floor apartment and the apartment is on the front of the building. We're going to turn right, coming through, turning left and into the apartment itself. Right, so welcome to our studio. So firstly we have a separate hall. There's a heating unit here in the hall and you wouldn't have seen it on the way in, so I'm just going to show you here that there's a modern consumer unit by the front door. In here is an airing cupboard. I can't get in there very well because there's a bike in the way, but that's where it is. And first up is a bathroom, a coloured suite. This one has a shower attachment over the bath with a part tile surround. All looks in quite good order and actually looks clean and tidy as well, so all completely sensible. The studio itself is one of the largest rooms that I've seen as a studio for sale. I measured it earlier, it's about 5 metres by 6 metres, so we can see how some wardrobes have been used to separate off a sleeping area. This window's on the front of the building, so that looks out onto the high street and is a truly enormous television. Coming round over here we can see there's a very ornate looking fireplace which will create a nice cosy atmosphere, and here we can see it's been used as a sofa, corner sofa, to create a quite sensible living area. It's still big enough to have a significant dining area, and you can just see behind the clothes over there there's an additional storage a nice storage heater unit over there, and then on into the kitchen. So the kitchen's fitted with a electric oven and grill. There's a electric hob there and a window to the rear, so you can open up the window and get airflow right the way throughout. So for those of you who'd find some additional information useful on this property, it's currently subject to a tenancy at £600 per month. It is an assured short hold tenancy, has a natural expiry in February 2021. The landlord's not issued notice because he anticipates that the property will be sold to an investor wishing to acquire the tenancy, but notice can be issued. You'll just have to give the tenant appropriate time to find alternative accommodation. It is for sale with a 67-year lease. This means that the property won't qualify for mainstream mortgage lending, and therefore we anticipate the buyer will be using cash funds to make the purchase. The quid pro quo is it is appropriately priced at £90,000. It's particularly good value for money and represents something in the order of an 8% yield on the gross rent. Now, for those of you who would like to acquire the property with a new lease, the owner's not prepared to arrange that for you before the transaction occurs. But what he is prepared to do is to issue a statutory lease notification for you between exchange and completion. And this means you can arrange to renew the lease after you've taken possession. That, of course, would be at your own expense. Now, the building benefits from its own car park, and within that car park you have an allocated space that's for just this apartment. The car park itself is monitored by parking enforcement, and there's a pretty stiff fine of £100, and that's there specifically to make sure that you will always have a parking space when you come home. In terms of location, it doesn't get much more convenient. The front door is just a couple of yards from the main high street. Indeed, your front window actually looks over the high street into the town centre. And if you were to walk out the front door and turn right, the seafront is maybe 100-150 metres walk, which will allow you to escape and get some air at any time, particularly useful during this period of COVID and lockdown. That's all from us, folks. I hope you've enjoyed this video viewing. If you've seen enough that you'd like to come and do a physical viewing, then give us a call and we'll be delighted to make the appropriate arrangements. If you've seen enough to make the purchase, then pick up the telephone and place an offer. Give us a like, and if you do know somebody who you think would be interested in this property, then please do remember to share it to them. Lastly, if you want to see other videos like this as we release them, click the subscribe button. This is Paul Clarke of Clarke's Estate Agency in Bognor Regis, and bye bye for now.